This is interpretation of Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Isaiah. Bit of Revelations in there as well. It seems like it's going to be some wars, destruction of some big empires, and then the Jewish people are probably going to be removed from their country again, the Israelites. But as Christians, we will rebuild Jerusalem and preach the gospel to them, because God's going to make a new covenant with the Jewish people, and they're going to finally recognize Jesus, get the Holy Spirit, and they're going to minister to the whole world, and the world will see how blessed the Jews are. And maybe that's the 1,000 years of peace. Maybe once we restore Jerusalem to its rightful place, unfortunately we have to wait for the wars, and there might be some plagues, definitely some plagues, but after these wars, as Christians, what are we doing if we're not working for God? We should be returning Israel to its rightful place. It should be the greatest city amongst the whole earth. We should be gathering and collecting our resources so we can go and help Israel rebuild after these big wars. That's what I believe. And God doesn't do things in half measures. Do you really think this has all happened? Do you really think, some of the Jews will save? No, God will probably most likely save all the Jews. Now, I don't know who's going to be in charge in this new world. For a little bit they'll be in charge. But the Christians have to start uniting, have to start working together, because we've got a big mission ahead. And we got to also survive the wars, and we got to also survive the plagues. So I'm praying for Australia to be a safe country. So come to Australia if you're a Christian. Let's gather in Australia and be prepared to collect our resources and minister to the Jews. And collect communities around the world if you can't come to Australia. Because, I'm praying for communities around the world to be saved during these wars and these plagues. But we're going to have to start gathering, properly gathering. Not just this church, not just that church. I know we have differences. There's like 90,000 denominations of Christianity. But seriously, people, we all have one God. We have one Jesus, one Holy Spirit, Holy Trinity. Surely there's the Holy Trinity. Surely we are all one church. Surely we are all brothers and sisters. And heck, Jesus even said the non-believers are his brothers and sisters. I'm pretty sure he was speaking to the crowd. Who was in the crowd? I don't know. But our mothers and fathers, our brothers and sisters are everyone. Who is your neighbor? Do you not realize your neighbor is not just the next door neighbor? Your neighbor is someone in another country. We gotta rid ourselves of hate. Everyone needs to be loved. Everyone deserves love. Even the non-believers. We gotta uphold free will. I know there's some bad business happening, like people doing that and people doing this, but at the end of the day, God gave us free will. So the evil will be evil and the good will be good. But God will be the one that repays the evil. We will not repay the evil. Do not go to war. Do not take up arms. Defend yourself, because Jesus did say, carry a sword to his disciples. But surely we will win with our testimony and our prayers and gathering together and spreading God's love through helping the poor, through helping the needy. And once we're all gathered properly, and once Israel has been destroyed and they've been pushed out of their own land again, we can then go and minister to Jerusalem, the Jewish people, the Israelites, rebuild their whole entire city in a very, very good way, and then they can minister to the whole world. I think that is what's coming.